Hey friends, it's been a while, I know. I'm navigating burnout, and that means that I have not been up to very much at all. But today I'm going to take you with me on just a gentle little craft day. The sun is shining. We have a low energy day, but that's fine. The plan. So now the weather's nice and gorgeous again, I am wearing my denim skirt, and I will put footage up. One of the things I really enjoy doing is just sitting and hand embroidering, and no, I'm not very good at it. This is not peak design, however, it's just a fun and nifty little craft, and I hope eventually that this skirt is just going to be full of like little doodles, little pictures just from different times. So my plan today is just to add a couple extra little doodles onto the same corner of the skirt. Growing up, I was an avid Simpsons fan, and there's that one episode where Lisa and Marge like embroider a blanket together, like a blanket. I think Lisa's sick.
Here it is, the Bouvier family quilt.
And then the end of the episode, they are bonding over this like callus that they get on their finger, like. But yeah, and I thought that was super cute. I was so jealous, and I really wanted to do a similar thing myself. However, I am not exactly a quilter. Something that I do enjoy is hand embroidering, and I've gotten better over the years, but it's fun, it's cute, it's just really cathartic. So I thought I would bring you with me, and yeah, let's go. So it's good practice not to be wearing the garment you intend to sew. And here she is. The guilt I feel moving aside half-finished projects to work on another. Like everything in my life, my sewing bag is Ghibli-inspired chaos. But I keep my embroidery threads and silks in these nifty little packs. I really hate how this crown looks. It's pretty, but it's too bulky. So I begin by carefully removing the stitching from it. When it goes well, this gold thread is the absolute bee's knees, but it is the most stubborn thread I have ever worked with. Now that's done, I can work on doing it more delicately. I retrace the crown design so that I can see it better, and then start on my other designs. To represent the trans community and the protest I attended, I add a heart shape that will be in the trans flag colours. I also add another heart to represent my non-binary personage. To represent my upcoming ticket to see Kneecap, I add their logo and will fill it with an Irish flag. I also add another flower, a daisy, to celebrate how beautiful this springtime has been. And finally, I add a pagan symbol of blessing. It's always been one of my favourite symbols, and it will look so good in a cool silver. Time to get started. Taking an embroidery needle, and starting with the dreaded gold thread, I trim a length of it, and if you look closely, it has 6 strands within it. I tend to split these in half, working with 3 strands at a time to prevent knots, and it stops it from becoming too bulky. But you can see that the thread is starting to misbehave already. A knot at one end, a needle at the other, and we're ready to go. My go-to for colour coverage is a satin stitch, just looping it through and through one side to the other, and this is exactly the stitch I use for these designs. Working right to left, I fill out the space with the gold, trying not to pull it too tightly or knot the gold thread. And once I'm done, I tie off the back and trim the excess. Next up is the blessing symbol, and for this I used backstitch to outline it. And then staying on the top side of the fabric, I loop through the back stitch to create an outline stitch. Simple. Now I trim some threads for the trans and non-binary flags. Unfortunately, the colours are a little muted in the footage, but using the satin stitch again, I do the baby blue of the top and bottom of the flag. Then the white, and then the pink. Voila! I do the MB flag the same way. Yellow, white, purple, and black. Starting on the Irish balaclava, I take a gorgeous satin thread in emerald green and then start satin stitching it from left to right, leaving gaps for the eyes and mouth hole. Then with the white. And finally the orange. Can you tell I'm far too excited to go to this gig? To make this one pop, I'm taking a black and outlining it with the outline stitch. This one turned out like a little sew-on patch and I really love it. Now to finish off with the daisy. Taking a bright mustard colour, I fill in the centre with the satin stitch. Then I go in horizontally, weaving it in and out to create a crosshatch effect. The silver is as equally stubborn as the gold, and not learning my lesson ever, I decided to satin stitch the petals in silver, which was a poor decision, really. My cosy craft now rife with knots and stress. But on I went. And while not perfect, I'm really happy with how it looks, at least for now. I thought I was done, but alas, I added a pirate flag to represent Pirate Weekend, and some musical notes for my love of music. The process is much the same, so I'll be back once we're done. I am so happy with how this turned out. I am still not the finest point work queen, but I really love how it's turned out, and I really love the idea that I'm gonna start keeping this as an art journal. That's not to say that I'm gonna be stitching on it all the time, and I wonder how long it's gonna take me to forget how much I hate using that metallic thread. It looks so beautiful. Looking at the silver and the gold that I've used so far, it looks so beautiful. I cannot. It is so annoying to work with, and I will forget because the look that it gives is amazing. And maybe I'll get better at working with it. Maybe there's a trick or a tip that I don't know. However, super happy with how this turned out. It brings joy to me. And honestly, the shining star is the kneecap logo. I am so happy with how that turned out. And I love that they all just look like little patches, but they're all completely custom that I've done myself. And yeah, makes me so happy. I know this video took a long time to get together and get out, and my channel has been very sleepy for a little while. However, there are more things in the works, so if you like what you see, please give it a like. That's how YouTube knows that I'm worth watching. If you want to stick around, hit subscribe, and then and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye!